Oh, what is up? What is up? What is up? Thank you for checking me out. Do me a favor, drop a like, drop it at the end if you do like. And hook me up with a subscription, man. There's a lot worse. I'm sure you got a lot worse in your library. Put me in there. Put me in there. I, done a couple videos now. Trying to get better at it. Trying to make the subscription grow. Trying to have put a little integrity in some of the stories that I do. Done a few lives, some live podcasts. And now a couple of videos on a couple of subjects. Nothing too deep just yet, Still kind of figuring things out. I think it's going pretty good so far. So hit me up with that like, subscribe, share, put me in the game. And again, welcome. This is last call. I'm trying to do some podcasts and videos. So check out the channel, some of the stuff that I have there. I have some mixes that I put in there earlier too. So feel free to, check around. And I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. This is a short one because I just want to basically touch on mainly one subject, right? We all see what is going on in the news. I mentioned this a little bit in my podcast. And what I'm talking about is the responses to the Janet Jackson statement that she made. So I just want to go into this. Janet was asked simply about the Vice President, Kamala Harris, her background. And if we could see here, right here in quotations, is something she started saying. She said her father is white. That's what I was told. I mean, I haven't watched the news in a few days. I was told that they discovered her father was white. Janet Jackson claims. All right. Even the journalist kind of, in my opinion, showing a little bit of bias there by saying that's what she claimed, some doubt in there. I mean, it doesn't even sound like a direct questioning to her of what she feels about the president or the vice president, her opinions on that. Kind of sounds like a way about question, not even that serious. So she gave that answer. Now, there are other theories out there that the Jackson family in general, they may have a little beef with her being the previous prosecutor as Michael Jackson was going through his tribulations with that ridiculous trials that he was going through. And I'll tell you my stance on that. I don't believe he's guilty on all of that stuff they tried to put on him. Because if he was, he would be still under the jail and wouldn't have escaped there the way that he did, right? But even more with this, I'm like, at what point do we stop being so nasty to each other? All right. I'm going to just scroll this up a little bit because it has D.L. Hughley's response to what Janet said. And I find this ridiculous. There's two little things that I want to look at in this video, about a 10-minute or so video. But let me see. Now, D.L. Hughley, you have, who wants to be an attack dog for Harris because he feels guilty that he says that he spread some rumors about her that he found out wasn't true. So he feels like in this campaign that it's his job to go in overtime and undo all the wrongs that he did by, well, he said speaking up for Kamala. It just sounds like he's on the attack. And at one point, are we attacking one black woman to lift up another kind of black woman? I don't even know. I've never heard her say that she's black. I've seen her with Indian interviewers claiming her as Indian and her not correcting. And even if that's a part of you, fine, you go with that day. You might be around for like, yeah, I'm white, I'm black, whatever the situation is, people that are biracial, however you want to classify yourself, then and that's what you want to do, right? But we look into this. At what point do we just keep going in and get nasty to each other like that? That is the thing I just don't get, right? Let me look into another thing here. So DL Hughley, this is he does this for the world to see. Then not in a barbecue with his friends or anything like that. He says Kamala Harris looks the way she does because she has a family from India and a dad from Jamaica. Janet Jackson looks the way she does because she has had a plastic surgeon. Now, I got a problem with sassy dudes like that, black sassy dudes. Come on, man. You're supposed to be a man. If you're supposed to be a comedian, that ain't it. That's not being funny at all, you know? What is that? What kind of response is that to anybody who has anything to say about Harris? You're going to jump up like that? I have never seen you attack a white person like that anyway, you know? And this is, don't play with the Jacksons' background. They are from Gary, Indiana. Stone's throw away poverty. Stone's throw away from where the KKK was made and bred. All right. She is a black woman. Don't get it mixed up just because you want to get behind what is now, you know. The other thing I saw that pushed me a little more to make this was the Roland Martin show. Right now, I'm not a fan of this dude. Once in a while, he makes a good point, but he's got too much ego in it. Again, he's one of these little sassy dudes that just like is weird. He's like auntie Roland, I think sometimes. And no, I'm not against that community or anything like that. I just think that who are these people speaking for the black community? Because this ain't it, man. Damn. So let's see what we have here. I want to play this because if I say it, I don't feel like it would have the impact that when I first saw it, and I couldn't believe it's out there for the world to see. So remember some years back, LeBron had to sort of school the media on how to approach him, how to address his associates. I think somebody called them his homeboys or something like that. And he said, "These are my associates. I'm a businessman." And another one, Laura Ingraham, when he had an opinion on stuff, you see, they keep seeking out the words of these stars, these athletes, musicians and whatnot. And when they don't give an answer that they like, or they're not playing the game with them, they reduce them simply to, a basketball player or a singer and whatnot. And no, I don't. I've seen the Malcolm X clip that these guys do not speak for us and how laughable it is that we get entertainers and whatnot. Yeah, I hear all that. But it still doesn't stop them from having some sort of an opinion. They're not individuals. They're not living the ostrich life with their heads in the ground. Is it the ostriches with their heads in the ground? And ignoring that everything happens. So again, when is this okay to just attack people like this? To attack black people, again, slinging dirt, having our dirty laundry out there. But who are we representing when we do stuff like this? Listen to this disgusting response here on Sassy Rollins show. Hang on for 1 second.
Because you look like a damn fool. Julian, go.
Ooh. Well, I hate to quote Laura Ingraham, who told some brothers to shut up and dribble. But I would tell Janet Jackson, shut up and sing, girl. That you okay at that. You ain't that good at that either, but you're okay at that. You can sing. But do not get yourself involved in politics because you don't know what you are talking about. And like you said, she lived in California. She knew the sister was black. She knew she was the attorney general. I just want to know who's paying her bills because that's what it boils down to. You cannot be okay. jackass. I try not to cuss on your show, Roland, just so I don't emulate you. But you know, I do cuss.
All right, that's enough of her. Who is she trying to impress by speaking like that? You took a Republican's hateful words and reduction of a black male to use it against your own black sister. And then you insult her singing. All right, she sold millions, man. She's part of a very talented family. And her brother just died, man. What kind of nonsense is this? This is a scorned woman. And again, who is this for pure entertainment sake? Why is this woman so hateful to say something like that? I don't think it's called for. Maybe you do. You could leave me a message, throw some comments down there. Maybe if there's more to the story, if you think that Janet, and by all means, I know Janet from the Penny days. What the hell is the name of that show now that I'm going to forget? Dynamite, the whole shit. I'm getting old. I'm forgetting the whole thing. But yeah, I remember her all the way from that. I don't think she's particularly a great singer, but she's definitely a great entertainer. All right. And she's kind of part of our royalty, man. Not saying that she's exempt from getting any criticism or anything like that. But even why not invite her to do a Zoom or to clarify her comments on the show? This is how nonsense gets started. And division is perpetrated and perpetuated throughout the community. This is way too divisive. It's unnecessary. Maybe it's the climate that Roland Martin has for his show. D.L. Hughley, he's got to check the impact of that. He has platforms. If I'm not mistaken, he still has talk shows, radio shows, his podcast, all that sort of stuff, where he can invite Janet in to maybe even talk about what she says. But all of this on a throwaway comment simply does not make sense to me, man. Maybe you guys can make it make sense to me. So please leave me a comment. Tell me how you feel about it. I certainly will listen and respond. And do me a favor. Hit me with that subscribe. Grow up my channel. I'm trying to make a few more videos like this. I would appreciate it so I could do more. And see you guys out there, man. Thank you.